right, welcome back to the Patriot Hour for Thursday, June 27th, 2019. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for giving us a little bit of your time. We know it's valuable. It's Wednesday, it's hump day. Busy schedules, but you know, we try to bring you tidbits of information as it becomes available. We encourage you to listen to us, listen to everybody, read everything you can, watch everything you can, but believe none of it. None of it until you can verify it, folks, in your own way, in your own right. How is that? Well, use your head, your stomach, that feeling that you get when you know things are on or off, and you're the best at that for your own self. All right. So again, here at the Patriot Hour, think for yourself. That is, use your discernment. Other than that, make sure you're subscribed. If you're new to the channel, toggle the switch. We got live videos, we got other videos, different kinds of tidbits of information, crumbs or whatnot that you can follow. But it's up to you to make sure you're subscribed. Share across all social media platforms while you can, because we are heavily shadow banned. What does that mean? We are not put into the algorithms of YouTube the traditional way to get promoted, to get seen. And that's what it's truly about. The more people that can get the message. Okay. Interesting little article we're going to jump into here from the Gateway Pundit. Jim Jordan basically calls out Obama's corrupt officials during the Hatch Act hearing that took place yesterday. Lots going on this week. Lots of things we need to jump into here. So let me see. All right.
That I will yield to the distinguished ranking member.
Mr. Chairman, the report from the Office of the Special Counsel is outrageous.
This is the article off the Gateway Pundit. We'll be looking at that video because that's the only way we can actually watch it through the browser, but we'll look at the article this way. So Jim Jordan goes there, calls out Obama's corrupt officials during the Hatch Act hearing, defends Kellyanne Conway as well. There's a little video involved. Again, this comes to us today from Christina Lalia from today, or yesterday, late yesterday. So, God bless Jim Jordan. Congressman Jim Jordan, Republican out of Ohio and representative out of Ohio, on Wednesday defended President Trump's counselor, Kellyanne Conway, during a Hatch Act hearing. Jordan called out Obama's corrupt officials who targeted conservatives for ruin and said the hit on Conway is outrageous, unprecedented, unfair, and just flat out wrong. In the Obama administration, Hilda Salas, Mr. Castro, and Josh Earnest were all found to violate the Hatch Act. OSC didn't recommend they be fired. For some of those people, they didn't even issue a public report, Jim Jordan said, adding, Americans hate unfairness, and they know it when they see it. They also hate double standards. Jim Jordan ripped into Obama's corrupt IRS official Lois Lerner for targeting political opponents. Now, if you guys, if you remember that during the Obama administration, they literally targeted, the IRS was weaponized, and they targeted political opponents, people that were different and thought differently than the current administration at the time under Obama. So basically, they would slow people down, shut down groups that could help sway the elections or educate people by putting pressure on them financially, shutting down their organizations, requesting odd amounts of paperwork, and just basically being able to shut them down from getting any loans or just operating on a day-to-day basis. Other than that, we know that judges were targeted and just any political opponents that were deemed enemies of the last administration, I guess. It was nuts, and hardly anyone got in any trouble. So remember, just a few years ago, when the IRS systematically targeted people because they had different political persuasion. There you go. It's a better way to say it. Federal employees can't do what Lois Lerner and the IRS did when they targeted T groups, Jordan said. So basically, here's this video. Pull it up right here.
Distinguished ranking member.
Mr. Chairman, the report from the Office of the Special Counsel is outrageous, it's unprecedented, it's unfair, and it's just flat out wrong. We should be honest. The reason we're here today is Mr. Kerner got his feelings hurt. He told that to the White House counsel's office. He said he took great offense to Ms. Conway's response, and that's why he rushed the report and only gave the Ms. Conway 16 hours to respond. Mr. Kerner felt slighted. Ms. Conway didn't pay enough attention to him in his office. And you know why she didn't? Because the allegation is ridiculous. Let's be clear about the Hatch Act. Federal employee can't come to work and hand out partisan literature, can't come to work and hand out yard signs. Federal employee can't come to work and raise funds for a candidate or pressure subordinates to support a particular political party. But a senior advisor to the President of the United States can sure as heck go on cable news shows and answer questions. David Plouffe did it. David Axelrod did it. John Podesta, they all did it for President Obama. But now that it's a strong-willed Republican helping President Trump, can't have that. Can't have that. All of a sudden, nope, got to stop that. Mr. Kerner and the Office of Special Counsel felt slighted. They also felt pressured. Again, he said it. He told the White House counsel he felt pressured by the left-wing political organization that filed the complaint. Same left-wing political organization that raises tons of money by attacking President Trump and his administration. They felt slighted. They felt pressured. So they were unfair. In the Obama administration, Hilda Solis, Mr. Castro, and Josh Earnest were all found to have violated the Hatch Act. OSC didn't recommend they be fired. For some of those people, didn't even issue a public report. Americans hate unfairness, and they know it when they see it. They also hate double standards. By the way, you know what else a federal employee can't do? You know what else they can't do? They can't target people for their political beliefs. Remember this just a few years ago when the IRS systematically targeted people because they had different political persuasion? Federal employees can't do what Lois Lerner and the IRS did when they targeted Tea Party groups. When they applied one standard to their ideological friends, but a different standard if you were conservative. And here's the irony. Office of Special Counsel seems to be doing the same thing to Ms. Conway. Democrat political group who filed the complaint, and the OSC, they don't like what Ms. Conway is doing. They don't like the fact she's conservative. But you know what? It's not even really that. It's not even really that. The IRS really didn't target Tea Party groups because they were conservative. You know why they targeted them? Because they were effective. And that's the same thing we see in play here. Ms. Conway is being targeted not just because she's a conservative, not just because she's in the Trump administration, but she's being targeted because she's good at what she does. And that's why this should not stand. And the idea that the Democrats are going to now subpoena her is just ridiculous. They're going to do it because she does her job so well. That's why we're here. And I hope in the next few hours that we can get the truth out about the Hatch Act and really expose the motives that drive this whole darn thing in the first place. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
All right. Americans hate unfairness, he goes on to tweet. These supposed Hatch Act allegations against Kellyanne are ridiculous and just flat out unfair. So the Democratic-led House Oversight Committee voted 25-16 to authorize a subpoena for Kellyanne Conway over non-existent Hatch Act violations. Congressman Mark Meadows also called out the corrupt Obama administration on Wednesday during the hearing. We have one standard for Kellyanne Conway and another standard for everybody else. And so if you're going to subpoena people, let's subpoena Samantha Powers, he said. Let's make sure she comes in because, you know, what I have emails on her official account where she was going after Donald Trump. She was working for our government and indeed at the same time was unmasking individuals, Meadows said. So Jim Jordan and Mark Meadows are two of only a handful of Republican congressmen fighting for conservatives and Trump supporters. Well, Jim Jordan there again. So yeah, there you have it, folks. Unbelievable stuff that we're kind of getting in. Lots going on yesterday with everything else. So I didn't cover this little article here, but I did get to catch up on it last night. Watch that little bit of, some of the congressional hearings. Unbelievable circus acts going on here, folks. And I mean, and he's right there. We don't like unfairness, and we're tired of the double justice system, or the two-tier system that covers some people and not others. The equal justice under the law is all we're asking for. So tons of violations of the Hatch Act during the last administration. Nobody called out. Nobody needed to get fired or even asked to quit. But now they want to make it a big deal, and by God, we're gonna shine the light on it. So. Unbelievable. All right, tune in later tonight for the live. If you are, again, it's a good time. We got phone calls. We listen to little tidbits of what the parties are saying, the people, and then we shut it down. We debate it, talk about it. If it's real ridiculous, we have a good time with it. So that's about it. Make sure you have a great late afternoon into your evening. Make sure you're subscribed. Returning Patriots, thanks for joining. Thanks for all of the donations in the last few weeks. Down below are the links for that. The only thing we got up is the PayPal, and then super chats during the video. We got the P.O Box down below. Article that we went over, the link will be down below. Check out the comment section. Some of the greatest patriots all around this whole planet right here, part of the Patriot Hour. They're down there leading you into different articles and links. Check it out. It's been the topic of some of our episodes here. Some of the comments have led into huge research and articles and things being read and videos being made. So we appreciate it. All right, you guys have a great one, and we'll see you back here a little bit later on this evening for the next Patriot Hour. God bless.